All right, YouTube, we back again. The Asus ROG Flow Z13. What can this thing really do? Like, I'm curious because they say this is probably the best two-in-one gaming laptop, tablet, whatever you want to call it. Now, by this thumbnail, as you guys can see, the thing looks amazing. It looks amazing. I definitely want one of these. Now there's a YouTuber by the name of Carl Conrad who actually got his hands on this early, it looks like, or maybe, you know, he got early access. I don't know how YouTubers get their stuff, honestly. Let's take a look.
This has to be one of the coolest two-in-ones that I've seen. You can actually see some of the RGB lighting right there on the back kind of shine through. This is the Asus ROG Flow Z13. So it's an updated model. I did check out the previous one, but new for 2025. I was actually at an Asus event here in my home city in Toronto, where they were kind of showcasing their new stuff for the year. So that's where I caught my first glimpse at this. So it's interesting. For a two-in-one hybrid, obviously you have other ones that are slim. They kind of have the versatility of a two-in-one. You can detach trackpad slash.
So that's what he means by two-in-one. It has a keyboard detachment. Kind of slick. I like that.
Board, and then separately you have the tablet, or I guess like the main screen that's in lightweight. This obviously you can see it's a bit on the chunkier end, so this is really interesting. They're kind of combining an ultra premium gaming laptop with still that same versatility. So obviously you can't have it super kernels on the inside to help power that. This is running the new AMD Ryzen AI Max Plus 395 out of the 12 or 16 core, and since it's an AP, both the graphics and this are on one chip. This has similar graphics.
That is very key. Okay, for the graphics and the CPU to be on one chip, you're going to be able to do so much. Reduce latency, everything, dude. Like, graphics are going to be so good on this thing. This thing's going to feel so smooth.
Graphic performance to the RTX like 4060, 4070, which are obviously dedicated. And for that performance, you do need something a bit chunkier, but now it's in that, you know, all-in-one package that you can carry around with you, which I think is super cool. So theoretically, if you're carrying this around, for example, this is being announced at CES. I'm in Vegas while you guys are watching this. This can be sitting as a standalone. I can actually move away the cover slash case, and then I can get into a hardcore gaming session, say, just with my controller, which is kind of cool. There's no
This is
distractions. I can
Cyberpunk.
just focus what's going on the screen. That's the same thing with content, with watching movies. Once again, you can do that fully unplugged while you're gaming though.
Meanwhile, this is a Windows PC. Think about it. So you're going to be able to literally use this. Let's say you think you don't have the performance to run like a game like GTA 6 or something. You want to be able to run the game at 150 hertz, 180 hertz for some reason. You can literally dial back. You can downscale yourself. It's not like a console where it's like limited. This is Windows, bro. The limitation is so you can do anything, dude. Like, really. That's what I like about PC so much.
Brush, you know, other AAA titles like Black Myth Wukong, was dabbling in the new Marvel Rivals. I'm absolutely garbage. So this is rocking an IPS display. Obviously, it's a 13-inch Quad HD panel. It's the ROG Nebula display. It's 180 hertz, which is that nice trade-off when you are gaming and you can maximize those frames. One thing that I would say, it doesn't get the most bright, up to 500 nits, but I think it's once again that trade-off. If you were to go OLED and obviously have that refresh rate, it would just start to get ridiculously more expensive. So depending on the options that you get, like I said, the core amount, if you're leaning to the 12 core, that's the $2,000 amount, and the 16 core is at $22,000. So it is still a bit of a premium price, but when you think about
now the 16 core, this is the $2,000 one, the 12 core
amount, and the
and this is the 16 core for an extra 200. It looks like. I mean, you got to upgrade. Extra $200 for extra cores, please sign me up every day.
Core is at $22,000. So it is still a bit of a premium price, but when you think about it, for that performance and obviously for that versatility, if you want to use it untethered, you can still use it like a productive laptop, just doing your day-to-day tasks. I'm sending it.
Bro, I'm hooked on this dude's controller right here. As you guys can see, this is a Series X controller, it looks like. Look at this. This is limited edition. Bro, I might need to start collecting controllers, bro. If they're looking like this, badass, I don't even play controller anymore. I'm a mouse and keyboard guy, but holy.
Emails here at CES. I'm editing a lot of social videos, whatever I see on the show floor. That's
No,
just...
but imagine, all right, let me not jump to conclusions here. Obviously, you have your gaming side, and then you got your workspace side, where you could just take this out to the office, at work, type up your stuff, answer your emails, all on this one computer. And it's pretty much a laptop. Think about it like that. Like, come on, the limitation, bro. God, bro. I want this thing so bad. It's not even funny. Like, I wish they reached out to me. I could get one of these and, you know, put this to a real world test. That'd be great. But not to mention, this thing has a webcam, dude. I don't know how great the webcam is, but let's say, see, these are the things I would try to test. I would try to test out having live streaming and gaming on the Flow Z13 to see how it tests. 1080p streaming, 1440p streaming, wherever I want to go, AAA title, see if it can handle it, and literally stream in game at the same time. I think that would be super unreal. I think that would break a lot of portability things. Like, obviously that would drain your battery because you're streaming and gaming at the same time, but there's wireless batteries, there's stuff like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man.
Emails here at CES. I'm editing a lot of social videos, whatever I see on the show floor, that's just here. So it's really kind of meant for like what the laptop does. It's kind of like that hybrid workflow. If you want to touch on, say, like gaming, stuff that requires a bit more usage from the GPU, and you still just want to carry one device. Like, I will admit, it isn't the lightest out there. It's 1.2 kilograms, so it's not going super heavy. And when you compare this to a lot of other gaming, like dedicated gaming laptops, a lot of that extra width is in the under chassis where the keyboard is. Obviously, I mentioned this is detachable. It serves as the cover as well as the keyboard. It's obviously not a mechanical keyboard, but if you want,
so that's how it looks at.
It serves as the cover as well as the keyboard.
When you open it, that's how it looks.
Obviously not a mechanical keyboard.
That's pretty sick. I like his background, obviously.
But if you want that, slim profile, it's 12 millimeters. I think it really makes that ultimate. I think best class for that hybrid option. Keyboard, obviously not full mechanical, like I said. If you are gaming, I still have my controller on the side, but still great.
He's a controller guy. See, like, I don't mind the keyboard because what I needed to do, I need a keyboard for my productivity stuff, and this would be perfect. This is perfect. It has a mouse pad, etc. I don't even need my own mouse. But let's say I do want to game. I am a keyboard and mouse gamer. If I'm lazy and let's say I'm on a trip or something and I don't have my keyboard, I can still use that keyboard to game. It's going to be kind of not fluent for me, but I can always bring my own mechanical keyboard, my magnetic keyboard, actually, my gaming mouse, and game, literally. I have a wireless one and a wireless mouse as well. Bro, everything's wireless, bro. I wouldn't have to worry about nothing. This is what I want. This is what I want. If it was Christmas right now, if it was my birthday, that's what I want.
For being productive, it's still nice and smooth. You still get a decent amount of travel. The trackpad is still full size. It still actually has haptics, and it's one of the better keyboard case combos that I've seen. The rest of it, it's not metal. It's just a plastic, but it is soft to the touch. The hinge mechanism, it's quite sturdy. See, it actually has a little tab here to open. That is also a bit of a soft plastic, but the overall hinge, that is metal. And like I said at the beginning, you can see those little RGB lighting in the back, which I think is
that's
cool.
sick. I like that.
Don't mind that. You can see the rest of the venting on the back, and this entire piece, that's all CNC milled out of metal. So if you do have a little camera on the back, it's 13 megapixels. Please don't be the person that uses your tablet, or I guess I should say laptop, as an actual camera.
Still
and it
pretty
has
sick.
A 5 megapixel camera on the front.
Nah, I would definitely be the person because, dude, bro, come on, man. Like, live streaming with the webcam, you don't need to plug in a webcam. You got it right there. You game on it. Oh Lord, this is just great. I don't care if it's 5 megapixels.
That serves its purpose. Port-wise, we've got the two USB-C, HDMI 2.1, like I mentioned.
40 gigabits.
Charger. You can theoretically charge it, but for maximum out of the box. Speaking of that, it's one of the cooler design boxes. I know that it's early in the year, but already one of my laptops, they're mostly has this like.
This is sick,
You've also
dude.
got a micro SD card on the bottom. I would love full size, especially for creators. You've got like a full size, especially.
Oh, it's a micro SD.
You've also got a micro SD card on the bottom.
Definitely would love full size, but micro SD could do it.
I would love full size, especially for creators. You've got like for it. And
I mean, I don't mind it micro SD because you're gonna be able to put 2 terabytes in that as well and use that as like an extra storage. So I like where they're going. I definitely like where they're going. I like that. But I would definitely love to see a SD, smaller SD card slot as well.
A volume rocker up top and on and off button. And if you do ever use this without the keyboard, you actually have this little quick menu for the display. You can just change a couple different options. If you are gaming, I
That's
find
awesome.
It's beneficial, kind of sitting off to the side. So the next big improvement comes to the battery, especially to the last gen. So up from 56 watt hours to 70. It also has a fast charge option.
70 watt, baby.
30 minutes and overall battery life. So I would say that obviously what you're doing when you are gaming.
And it looks like it is USB-C, so I'll be able to use my other power connectors, even though I probably shouldn't because Asus provides this bigger one. I do have like 150, 200 watt power supply that I do use for like all my devices, so it might work, but I don't know.
3 minutes and overall battery life. So I would say that obviously depends on what you're doing when you are gaming and plugged in, but when you're being productive with the device, when you're doing regular day-to-day tasks, you're looking around that like 12 to 15 hour mark. And lastly, for cooling, the device does heat up, especially under heavy use. Nothing too crazy. The fans don't get super loud, but it does have the last Zephyr. It's got a better vapor chamber for heat dissipation, and I would say one of the bigger upgrades or one of the best. So definitely, if you're in the market for a 2-in-1, if you're looking at the last gen Flow Z13, I would say that this is definitely one worth upgrading to. This is one of the best hybrid 2-in-1s with that focus on gaming and performance that I've kind of seen. It's almost like in a class of its own. I mentioned that most of these are typically lightweight, slim profile. This does have the extra weight. It does have but it also has that extra performance.
Yeah, I need this, man. Shout out to this dude that just made this review. I need this ASAP. I need it now, dude. I need it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Asus Flow Z13 must get. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.